How's it going, everyone? My name is Trev Barnes, and if you're new here, I'm a composer and producer that makes these audio production videos of just having fun, making music. On my way home from work the other day, I got this song idea that I recorded in a voice memo. I don't advise doing this, especially since it was during heavy traffic on I-95, and it's a nightmare. But when creativity strikes, you gotta record it somehow. So I recorded 2 different voice memos. This is kind of embarrassing to show because I've never showed my voice memos before, but this is the first one.
Boom 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 boom.
This is so cringy playing these. And then I had a follow-up voice memo.
Alright, so this is a follow-up to the last message. So this is just other parts. So like a bass line, like doom 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 doom, and then this like vocal high part, like
All right, so my job now is to make sense of all of that. So I think I'm gonna start with the drums, and I'm gonna start specifically with this kit that I put together called the Mills drums. One of my all-time favorite producers is Blake Mills. He's just so good at getting this organic, crunchy, creamy sound. It's so hard to describe, but it's so recognizable. If you listen to a Blake Mills record, you know that it's a Blake Mills record. But I have these drums that I put together from EZdrummer 3's Tight Room kit. And as always, I will be finger drumming on the Korg micro key, but the drums sound like this. So let's just try to lay something down to begin with. I'm actually going to try kind of a more choked sound on the hi-hat. The sound of the kick drum is actually kind of bothering me here. There's some frequency in there that is just like standing out. There it is. I'm actually going to try something that I don't really try that much, but I want the kick drum to kind of be a little more digital and a little more, I don't know, pumpy. I don't know what the right word I'm looking for is. There's this plugin from Kilohearts called the Disperser. Yeah, it kind of just makes it a little more like an electronic sample. Like a pulse. Maybe we can actually layer some electronic kick under it. Something like that. But let's fix the pitch a little bit. There it is. All right, and then I'm going to add in a snare. Something like this, I think, would sound good layered with it. I like the way that sounds. So this is without the layers on it. And then with. All right, so now let's add the I think I want some kind of lo-fi bell sound. I think maybe a different sound. Ooh. I really, really like that. That makes me really happy. All right, now I'm gonna layer that, but I don't know what to layer it with. Maybe another bell? So I am gonna keep this marimba for now, but I think I'm gonna layer it with a really high electric piano, just that dreamy sort of 1960s sound. Maybe we'll dirty it up a little bit. Let's put a little vibrato on there. Oh, I love it so much. All right, I want to put kind of like a just a really dirty. Make it monophonic though. Let me put a little glide on there. Let's try it out. Let's make that a little more dirty too. I don't know what note to go there. We could just go like just oddball with it. Yeah, there it is. Bum, 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 bum. All right, this is going to be the take. This is the one. So I'm only quantizing it. I want it to really snap in with the drums. Oh, you know what this needs? This needs some magic switch from Baby Audio on it. So before, it's a cool sound. But with it, absolutely. This is a fun one. I really like this song so far. I'm going to add real quick just to give it a little more movement, some tambourines. I'm going to do the same thing, but with shakers. And the idea with this is I don't really want like a perfect, authentic shaker sound. I really want something that sounds digital. I want this track basically to balance between organic and electronic. I think it's a really cool place to kind of take the two extremes of both of those fields and just put them together. All right, next I'm going to take the claps from the UK Pop Kit and just kind of layer them in. I'm not going to have them on all of the snares, maybe like every other one. I really like the way that Paul Meany specifically structures drums and percussion and like all these layers. There's always like a different thing going on at each part. So let's just see how cool it sounds to basically layer on every other snare. All right, and just to save on processing in my RAM, I'm going to bounce these claps out. That way I don't have two giant drum machines working at the same time. But I am going to add a little bit of reverb onto these claps. Let's add some mid presence. See, it just makes it like just dynamic and a little different. I'm gonna bring some of the dry back in. What else can I do with the percussion just to make it kind of weird? Or maybe this cool little block. It's not interesting enough. I think we need like a spring reverb on it. I am so thankful that Logic decided to do pedals as their own dedicated plugin. That's interesting. It has been a while since I've been this excited about a project. I love this. Let's try to add one of these in here. This might sound too much, but we'll try it out. Yeah, I think it's too much. That might be cool. We'll layer it with those claps. That's pretty cool. And we're not going to quantize this one. I'm almost curious if a sustain on this would be too much. I don't think it would be too much. Before I move any further, I'm going to put all these drums together on a bus. We'll just call this one over here our drum bus. Maybe if we had this marimba an octave lower, maybe? That sounds so cool. All right, I'm going to make a dedicated bass for this because it's lacking some low end to kind of fight with that kick drum. And one way that I'm going to try to add some of that low end is with Slate Digital's Infinity Bass. I hardly ever use this plugin, but I thought maybe it'd be cool to add some of that deep low end. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and gently add it in. All right, I want to just make a intro real quick out of all this. So I'm going to take this beginning part. Let's add some kind of cool like lo-fi tom fill in. All right, I'm just going to do a quick automation of EQ. So in a sense, the way I automated this, as this goes, I have basically this high cut moving forward and this low cut moving backward. So it makes this cool. Actually, I'll just show you instead of describing. So it's like it's coming up from the water. So I actually just remembered this ambient sound that I recorded one morning. Sometimes my yard is just like super peaceful and I just hear nothing but the birds and wind. So I recorded this and I thought it would be so perfect to put in the intro. So here it is. How nice is that? That's so cool. All right, where do we go from here? I'm going to make a duplicate of this electric piano sound and kind of put in... Yeah. I don't want this to feel like a mock reggae track, but I think would be nice to throw in, kind of like just to help move the beat along. All right, and I'm gonna add like a really quiet drum machine, maybe like a CR78. All right, I'm going to do something different with this percussion in the chorus as well. Do like this offbeat ride hit. It'd be cool to make this second part rise and then a third part rise. So what I'm going to do is basically copy this over. And then finally, all right, now we have direction for the chorus. Then it rises. One more time. Just out of curiosity, what would it sound like if we layered these in there? No, I liked it without it. Okay, so I've come to the conclusion that I think this needs a little bit of guitar just to double up with the bum 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 bum. So I'm gonna grab a guitar. So I'm just gonna start with the default amp plugin. I'm gonna add some compression, add some echo, and add a fair amount of reverb. All right, let's give it a shot. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and change my amp. All right, let's give this a shot. I like that a lot. Now let's double it, but an octave down. All right, the octave down might be a little harder because I'm jumping a little more along the neck. You know, I think would be pretty cool to add in as well. If we're accenting one snare hit, you might as well accent the other with like this cool delay maybe. All right, I'm gonna add that twang back, but this time follow the new chord pattern that we have. I also think I'm going to add on this chorus specifically just these fuzz guitars. All right, so I'm gonna take a couple minutes just to mix this now. And I don't really have like a vocal for it. So if you want to put your vocals on it, maybe we could do like a separate video of whatever you guys watching this come up with. But I'll leave the link to download this song in the description. It'll just be a Google Drive link. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys come up with. So usually it takes me about 20 minutes really to get a solid mix. I thought it would be too boring because there's not really any talking during this part, but if you guys want a separate mix down for this song in particular, I'm definitely opening to that. Just let me know in the comments. All right, so now I'm going to put my master bus processing on, and it's already pretty crunchy and pretty creamy, so I don't really want to do too much that'll throw it off. So I'm gonna add this QAQ from Analog Obsession. I have this preset called Master Clean, and it works just on everything. It's just to kind of clear up a couple frequencies that I know are supposed to shine, are supposed to be taken out a little bit. So this is before, and this is with. It just gives me a little bit of that clarity that I'm looking for. All right, next I'm going to add a tape saturator. This is the TEAC A6100 Mark II, and I'm just going to be cranking up a little bit. I'm going to switch my tape to GP9. It's a little more clear than the other tape formulas. I think that sounds good. All right, and then lastly, I'm going to add a plugin that I talk too much about, the Master Desk. Now, typically when I use this, I think I over compress it. So I'm going to have my comp mix just as down as it can go. All right, and I think we are pretty much done with this. Again, if you want to add your own vocals or just different parts, I will include the stems for this for free. Just hit the link in the description and you can go ahead and reply in the comments with a link to what you did. And I can't wait to hear it, but let's take a listen. Wow, I really enjoyed this one. This might be one of my favorite ones that I've done on the channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, I really hope you consider subscribing. It helps the channel out a lot. In the comments, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what maybe you would have added or done differently. If you yourself watching this are wondering how to kind of make songs like this or what to think about when making music, I do have audio production coaching that I have been helping out quite a lot of you with, and it's been phenomenal. It's been so fun to get to connect with you guys, see what you're struggling with, how I can help and be of value to you. So if you're interested in coaching, there will be a link in the description for a free consultation just to see if coaching is right for you. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the love and support that my channel has gotten, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.